light rain was softly falling on the city streets, and neon lights were shimmering in the puddles, creating glowing reflections. In one corner of the cafe, Lucas was sitting silently with a cup of coffee in his hand, but years of memories in his heart. Today, after 7 long years, they were finally going to meet again. Sophia, the girl who was his first love, the girl with whom he had dreamed of a future and whom circumstances had separated from him. The clock showed 7:15. She was always punctual. The door opened. A cold breeze entered, and along with it, she walked in. Simple clothes, a black coat, and the same old depth in her eyes. Lucas stood up without realizing it. So much had changed in 7 years, but his heartbeat was still the same. Sophia lifted her eyes. Their gazes met, and time seemed to stop. "Hello, Lucas." There was a slight tremble in her voice. "Hello, Sophia," Lucas replied with a soft smile, and they sat down. At first, they talked about ordinary things, weather, work, life, but in their silences, the old love was still breathing. Lucas noticed Sophia's fingers. There was no ring there, and a strange hope awakened in his heart. Memories returned of those university days, sitting for hours on the lawn among yellow autumn leaves, laughing over small things, building dreams of the future. And Sophia used to say, "If we ever get separated, we will still keep each other alive in our hearts." And Lucas would laugh and reply, "Why would we ever separate?" But life gave its own answer. Lucas had to move to another country, career, responsibilities, family pressure, and Sophia was left behind alone. At first, there were calls and messages, then slowly distance began to speak. And one day, Sophia's last message arrived. "Maybe some loves are not meant to stay together, Lucas. Take care of yourself." Coming back to the present, Lucas took a deep breath. Sophia was sitting quietly, her eyes fixed on her coffee cup. Lucas softly asked, "How was life without me?" Sophia replied with a faint smile, "I learned to walk alone, but it wasn't easy." "And you?" Lucas looked out the window and said, "I found success, but not peace." The rain had grown heavier, drops were racing down the windows, as if time wanted to flow backward. Sophia gently said, "Sometimes I think if we hadn't separated, maybe today we would—" And her sentence remained unfinished. Lucas completed it. "Maybe today we would be living in the same home, dreaming under the same roof." As they stepped outside, Lucas placed his coat over Sophia's shoulders. She said,
"You'll catch a cold." Lucas smiled and replied, "You used to keep my heart warm. This is enough today." They began walking together on the rain-soaked street. Between neon lights, 2 tired hearts were slowly drawing close again. Sophia softly asked, "Do some loves really end?" Lucas stopped, looked at her, and said, "No, some loves only become silent." They reached the turn where they had to part. Tears filled Sophia's eyes. She said, "If we ever get another life—" Lucas completed her words, "Then I will find you on the very first day." Sophia smiled, but then she stopped, took a deep breath, and said, "Lucas, I want to tell you a truth. I have come back here forever. I left everything behind because I realized that some dreams should not be left unfinished." Lucas's eyes filled with tears. He gently held her trembling hands and asked, "Have you really come back?" Sophia nodded and said, "I never removed you from my heart." At that moment, the rain stopped, the moon appeared from behind the clouds, and Lucas softly said, "Maybe God took time so he could bring us back together." They stood silently, hand in hand, hearts thirsty after years, and then slowly walked toward a new journey where the past was only a memory and the future was hope, because some loves become even stronger after separation.